Welcome back to TheChowTimePod. It's your host, Red. Got a video from Modern Dating here. She gave him a pre and a post-date bill. It backfired. Please extra them below. I really appreciate it. Let's get it. Showtime.
Let me just tell you something. I don't know what the deal is with men now, but I had told him prior that I will be having pre and post date expenses, and is that okay, and are you going to cover them? And I don't know if he wasn't listening or what the deal was or whatever, but when I handed him the white envelope, he looked shocked. Then he opened it and it's receipts. Hello, pre post date expenses. Hello, what kind of females do you be dating? So I handed it to him and he literally looked shocked at me and said, I can't cover this.
She probably was used to simps who didn't mind paying just to be in her presence, but when she met a confident man, things changed, and she got upset.
I am not here to bruise any egos, but what are some signs that a man is broke? I don't have many, but when he don't want to pay for your food. That's a little bit of broke tendencies. But what y'all think? Some signs, ladies, let me know.
The signs that women are broke, they want you to pay for their food all the time.
That tell you that man is broke.
What are some signs that a woman is broke? When he asks for gas money to come pick you up. When she makes broke videos like this, she can't feed herself. We broke because we don't want to spend money on you. I'm always broke. That's how I keep money.
Damn right.
So if a stranger doesn't want to pay for food, it means that he is broke. If you can't feed yourself, just say it.
You're broke,
is she
just
expecting
say so.
men to be feeding strangers?
Dusty,
Most of us
musty,
wouldn't mind
crusty
paying
women.
when we ask a woman out, but when modern women make it a requirement, it changes the meaning of it. When did she pay for a stranger's meal? I think the answer to that question can be found in her video.
Never.
She probably doesn't know that not paying for a stranger's meal is a clever move, as it will help when it comes to saving money. Imagine if we do a few dates per month, and if we pay for all of them, this is how we're going to voluntarily place ourselves in financial difficulties.
Broke.
If you're afraid to court me or take me out on a $300 date because
This girl here is requesting $300 dates, girl. You're maybe a 4. Maybe on a good day, you're a 4. What?
you feel like that's gonna make you seem like you're tap dancing for me, then just leave me alone. Because I can honestly take myself out on a $300 date.
Then do it.
I don't need you to do it. We're both doing it to see if there's something there.
Do you do that every weekend for yourself? You know, just like how you want men to take you out every weekend to all these nice $300 dates? Because there's some men that do that for themselves.
Like if it's an actual connection. If you can't even put up the money or the time or the effort to make it like a real date, then just leave me alone.
Spending $300 on a stranger is wild. I guess it was supposed to make sense because of the added soft music in the background. That only applied to the guy she doesn't like. The guy she likes, she eating off a paper plate in her lap. Clearly, that's why she is single. This makes absolutely no sense. Let's break it down a little bit.
If you're afraid to court me or take me out on a $300 date because...
Nobody is afraid to take you on a $300 date, but the question is, why would a man in his right mind spend that money on someone he probably won't see again? It doesn't make any sense. The first date should be something simple, something that doesn't require much. Imagine if a guy goes on 4 dates per month spending a similar amount. That would be crazy.
Because I can honestly take myself out on a $300 date.
When was the last time you took yourself on a $300 date? Talk is cheap. We need more action. She wants a stranger to take her to a place she has never been before and then wants to bring this big girl energy.
I don't need you to do it. We're both doing it to see if there's something there.
She said we are both doing it to see if there is a chemistry, but what exactly is she doing? The last time I checked, she was required a guy to spend a certain amount of money. I didn't hear her mention what would be her contribution.
If you can't even put up the money or the time or the effort to make it like a real date.
And we can say the exact same thing to you, ladies. You can't put up the time, effort, and some money to make it a real date between us?
then just leave me alone.
I know she won't need to worry about it.
Let me just tell you something. I don't know what the deal is with like men now, but I had told him prior that I will be having pre and post date expenses, and is that okay, and are you going to cover them?
Yes, there's nothing quite so charming as a woman charging a man for her time.
I don't know if he wasn't listening or like what the deal was or whatever.
Maybe he thought one was kidding, joking around, because who would honestly take that amount of entitlement seriously?
But when I handed him the white envelope, he looked shocked.
Gee, I can't imagine why.
And he opened it, and it's receipts. Hello, pre-post date expenses. Hello, like what kind of females do you be dating? So I handed it to him, and he literally looked shocked at me and said, I can't cover this. It was $478 for pre and post date expenses. You asked me on a date, and mind you, we really didn't even have that good a conversation because he was on his phone the whole time, and I have a very strict no phone policy on dates. Hello, you're here to pay attention to me. Look at all the effort that I had to put into going on this date, and now you have a problem with pre and post date expenses?
If only some individuals put the same amount of effort into their personalities as they did to their outward appearances, some might not be on their phones.
That's about $479 too much. Is she serious? I wonder why she hasn't found anyone. Those receipts were wrapped in a red flag. What exactly is he paying for? Since both of you are taking this time to meet each other, there is no valid reason he should be paying for anything. This is the level of entitlement modern women are developing, and we know simp contribute to this type of situation. I have seen videos of women claiming they have a list of guys who send them money every morning for no valid reason. If those guys are paying them just because they exist, it makes sense for them to ask other guys to pay their expenses when taking them on a date. At this point, she probably thinks that men in general are supposed to pay just to be in their presence. But fortunately, they eventually will find themselves in the presence of a confident man who doesn't pay his date, and that's why she was surprised by his reaction. I know most of us would question whether there are guys who would pay for it, but the reality is that many simps wouldn't mind paying just to have the opportunity to go on a date with her.
True.
Since she didn't see a problem charging him, I hope she won't complain when he gives her his expenses.
Look at him. Y'all see this? Look at me. Y'all see how I look right now? This man that brought me on a date to Shake Shack. So you could have took me to...
I've heard Shake Shack is probably one of the top tier burger spots. It's really good. They have great quality food. What's wrong with Shake Shack? I have not been personally because there's not very many close to me. And if I usually get burgers, I just go to In-N-Out because there's so many close to me. But I've heard great things about Shake Shack. What's wrong with Shake Shack?
What else better than Shake Shack?
And Shake Shack is a good spot.
And this what you got me.
Any other female would have loved to go to Shake Shack.
You got me 2 sandwiches and a drink.
How much do you plan on eating?
For just this. You act like you ungrateful. That's why I don't like going on dates and stuff like that. You said, let's go out for lunch. Surprise me. And I took you to Shake Shack. And this is how I'm going to show the internet how ungrateful women are.
Show them.
You feel me? Still about to eat.
I ain't saying the food was nasty. I just said I wanted something else.
What do you want to do?
I mean, shoot. I mean, right here in the South Side. I mean, all these fancy restaurants over here. We couldn't have got something that at least gave me some silverware.
You dressed for a walk in the park. Be grateful.
Right?
She should be grateful a man took her somewhere. Most of them don't. She was dressed for a happy meal. She wearing chill clothes, so he brought her to a chill place. He should have taken her to McDonald's. Should have took her Walmart to get food to cook. She deserved McDonald's. Just be grateful because at least he took you somewhere. I know many other women would be happy.
Yeah, she's like in a tracksuit or something. Looks like. Yeah, I'm going to take you to a fancy spot while you're in a tracksuit.
In your position. This is one of the issues with our current dating scene. Instead of people concentrating on what actually matters, they spend their time focused on little things like where they are eating. I thought dating was all about getting to know each other, but by the look of it, they don't care much about that part. She probably wanted a place she couldn't afford herself, somewhere she could brag about on social media, and that's why she wasn't pleased with his effort. Fortunately, most of us know if he was Chad, she would be the one getting the food and driving to his house. Guys, just make sure you don't do too much and don't spend your time and energy on people who don't have the same interests.
I hope you guys watch my shit, all of this, and just pick up little things here and there to prevent these stupid little interactions, or just to prevent yourself from being worked by women like this. You want women with genuine connections, guys. Women that want you. Have your own boundaries. No, you need to spend some money on me. You need to at least reciprocate some feelings and some actions with me if I'm going to fucking put in the work.
He should have taken her to McDonald's, and maybe she would have complained less.
You saying you ain't spending over what, $200 on a date?
Nah, wrong number. I would never spend over $100 on the first date.
Oh, so what's the rationale about the not over $100?
I don't know you.
But that makes sense.
Yeah, I agree.
Describe a first date.
Man, I mean, the last time I went out on a date, whoo, Jesus.
That's why. Probably because don't spend over $100. I'm sorry. It creeped out.
No. I'm just strategic, brother. You know what I'm saying? I'm a grown man. I don't need to impress you at a nice dinner.
Ooh.
You know?
If y'all base how well the date went by how much that man spent on you, you don't like him. Keep it pushing.
Damn right.
Men should refrain from spending their resources on women that are not interested in submitting to the vision God placed in him. If she expects or requires you to spend money to date her, she doesn't like you. If she likes you, the price of the date is the last thing she's thinking about. She just wants to be with you and have a good time. Women will literally turn down a coffee date for the first date. Well said. The first date was not designed to get people the opportunity to eat in places where they couldn't afford on their own, nor to get a free meal. It's the chance two strangers have to get to know each other and see if there is any type of chemistry between them, and that's the reason it makes no sense to mention the amount a guy should spend. It shouldn't have anything to do with money, as it's not related to the purpose. Why are you expecting someone who doesn't know you to spend a certain amount while meeting you? Anytime a woman make this type of request, it automatically sends a message that she doesn't like him, because if she did, it wouldn't matter. So use it as a measurement to determine how much she is interested and determine whether it's worth it to pursue her or not. Because you don't want to spend your time and resources on someone who is not interested.
See, I love it and hate doing these videos. Like, I love it because it's teaching you guys all the little nuances of different personalities of women that will fit into the category that's gonna fuck your life over. But I hate it because all we see are the horrible women that fucking want to fuck your life over. I try my best to get good clips of good women, but it's just not easy to get that. Again, I'm starting another channel. Hopefully I can get that channel going to where I can have good women come and talk about, you know, their relationships and how they want things to go out. Please show them below. I really appreciate that. I'll catch you guys next time. Ciao.